Once you begin to work in Tax 1099, you may find that you need to add, edit, or delete a payer or recipient. All of those items are going to be under the People menu over on the left-hand side. We're going to look at each one of them, but they're very similar in nature. If I click Manage Payer, I'll see the list of my payers that currently exist, and I'll also be able to add a payer or select one and delete the payer. I can go in as well and edit the payer, seeing all the boxes that I used when I created the payer. One thing to note is that I don't have to add a payer here first before I create a form. I can go in and do forms, new form, and I can add my payer and recipient as I go through the form creation process. But we are focused here just on this payer and recipient side. But I did want to mention that you can add the payer and recipients as you create the forms themselves. So those are the types of things that I can do here. One thing that I want to note, if I wanted to delete this particular payer, I'm going to click, are you sure you want to delete? I'm going to click OK, but I'm going to see that this payer has recipients with forms attached. I'm not sure I want to be done with this payer, delete this payer. I can't undo that. So just know that there are times when you may not want to go through the deletion process if you already have historical forms associated to a particular payer. Recipients have some additional options. I'm going to go to the Manage Recipient page now. On the recipient page, I can do a few more things. One is that I have the list of all of my payers that I can choose from, and I can type ahead here to search for a specific payer. You may only have one business inside of Tax 1099, but if you're an accountant or a bookkeeper, you may have dozens or hundreds or thousands of payers included in there. I can import recipients here. We have a template that's available, so I could upload an Excel file that would import my recipients for a specific payer. I can add a recipient, just like you might suspect. It has the same boxes here. So if I'm adding a business, I'll have an EIN. If I'm adding an individual, I'll have an SSN. And then all the other boxes are available there for me to add in. I could delete a recipient. I can do a bulk TIN match. TIN matching is where we validate the taxpayer identification number and name combination. I can address match, so that's having us go to the post office database and just validate the addresses that are correct or not. We have W-9s that we do. These are W-9s sent out by email, and the user will, or the recipient will get that email, and they will be able to pull up the W-9 and go through the process to fill out the W-9 online, and that updates Tax 1099 in turn. We also have the ability to sync those back to Xero, Bill.com, or QuickBooks Online when we get a W-9 back, whether it is a single W-9 or a bulk W-9 request. I can do PDFs, so I could pull down a PDF of the W-9 if I wanted to, and this would be in bulk as well. We also offer W-8s. You can export this information out to Excel as well. So a lot of things you can do here in bulk for our recipients. On an individual recipient basis, I could request a TIN match. I could click Edit here, and that would now enable me to go in and modify the information for that recipient. I can also delete that recipient if I don't have forms associated. However, I have already sent a W-9 request to this person, and so I might not be able to delete that specific person. Got a search box here as well, so I can go in and I can search for a specific recipient by using that search functionality. You'll notice that we truncate the taxpayer identification number. You can only see the last 4 digits here on the main page. However, if you have access to it, you can view the taxpayer identification number. Clicking that button, you'll be able to see the full taxpayer identification number there as well. Then these options here allow me to see if I have requested a W-9 and sort this for only people that I've requested a W-9 for, or if I wanted to choose just people I've not requested a W-9 for, I could do that as well. Same thing over here for my TIN matching. I can see if I've requested a TIN match for any particular individual. And in this case, I've only requested one for Sam here. And obviously it was rejected because all of this is test information for my test database that I've got here. One more thing, if I scroll down to the bottom here, I'm defaulted to view 10 of the recipients. I can, however, see up to 500 recipients on a single page, or I could just navigate through and across the pages there. So that's Manage Payer and Manage Recipient. One more element here under the People menu is the Copy Recipient. So I can take a recipient and I can copy that recipient to any of my specific other payers that I might want to. So for example, this is a made-up person in a 1095 test company, but if I wanted to, I could copy that person over to another payer simply by choosing which payer I wanted to associate that person with. And now I could find that recipient payer under that new payer that I just copied them over to. So it allows you to go through, find a recipient and copy it from the existing payer over to another payer if you want to.